Welcome to this IDRC tutorial. Today, we will learn how to create pivot tables to help us calculate our CSPR counts. In the past, OME used to provide us with a data check sheet, but they no longer use that tool. However, we feel that checking the data in this manner is helpful, and we created our own based on that sheet for this tutorial. This might look similar to the one that you are used to. But we deleted not needed columns for our purpose. So here for file 121, we will collect all the students that are eligible, ages 3 to 5. And even though file 122 is collected now through M6, we left this here so we can plug in the numbers and see if they match M6. So we need all these numbers, and for that, we will use pivot tables. Let's go to our data. So let's just say that this is your final CSPR counts. Well, obviously this is fictional information. I didn't format this yet because I want to show you that I will create a table for this. So you might just have this and this is what you usually use, but I like to create tables. So I go to Insert, Table, and it selects all my rows and my columns. And it does have headers, so I left that checked. And now I go to the top and I'm gonna name this eligible children or students. Okay, so now I have that. Now let me explain my columns here. I do have this column that's called count enrollment. And that one I leave it there because I want to put a yes or a no in case I do have duplicates, such as this one. This is a duplicate, and I'm keeping the first row. So I put a yes right here and a no on the second. So let's go and create our first pivot table. And to do that, you will go to the top and click Insert and select Pivot Table. And let's back up for a minute. If you did not create a table, the first step will be to select the range of information by hand, and then go to the top and then click Pivot Table. So you have those two options. For this, I'm just gonna click anywhere within the table and it's gonna select the entire table. So I click Pivot Table, and then I do want it on a new worksheet. So I click OK. And now this is where I will create my pivot table. And it looks like for the information that I need, it's all the students ages 3 to 5 and all the way down to out of school. So let's go here and decide what we will put on our filters, rows, columns, and values. So if we look at our information here, it looks like the age grade has the students, the OSYs, that 3 to 5, not in kindergarten, and under 3. So I will be using this column. I'll use the student ID. I use the county name, the count enrollment, and I think that's all. So let's go to the pivot table. Let me rename this tab, pivot table. And so for our filters, we said that we want the count enrollment, so we can select yes. So we can do that. Let's go do that first. Go to the left here and click on the arrow. Select multiple items and just check the yes. Now, the rows, we said that we needed the county. There's our counties. Then the columns, we said that we would use the age grade. And the values will be the student ID. So there you have it. So you have 2 students that are 3 to 5 not in kindergarten, and I can easily go back here. And if you have multiple screens, you could just have one on one side and another one on the other side and just start plugging in the information. So 2, and then you have kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Well, there's no fifth graders here. So, and your total eligible students is 72. So that was pretty easy, I hope. So we can plug in all that information here. Now let's look at these numbers here, even though these are collected through M6 now, but we want to plug that in here so that we can compare our numbers. So all the students that were served during the summer or intersession. So let's go here and let's just add another filter here. Let's click serve in the summer and put it under our filters and go and select yes. So select multiple items and then check the Y for yes and click OK. So it looks like it was a total of 54 and we have 1, 3 to 5. So it will be 1 here and so you can just start plugging all the information here that you have instead of having to go and click all these filters. And the pivot tables, they allow you to just to look at the information real quick and get your counts. So you can also, for example, if you wanted to see all the students by sex or race served during the school year, ELL. So this one, I could just select both and do another filter here for ELL and select the yeses. And there you go. And see, this went away, and let me show you how to bring it back. So you can just click there and it comes back, your fields. But if you close it, it doesn't come back. So you have to, within your information here, you right click and then select show field list and it comes back. And then you have different options here too that you can change the layout of your fields. But I like this one because you can just grab it real easy and drag it. So this is the way you create pivot tables. I hope it was useful for you and thank you for watching.